Before we even get started, I'm going to ask all you beautiful people to please like, subscribe if you haven't, share the video so others can take the journey with us. Please, please, and please. I can't do nothing but shake my damn head. Wait a minute. I just went on a date. Now y'all know that I consider Grenada, through my research, as a no dating culture zone. I love everything about Grenada, but the fact that if you're still a woman that still loves being in the presence of a king man, I'm talking about on a dating level, not friend zone. I got plenty of friend zone guys here, and I love them. But I'm talking about dating. This is not the place. And I don't care what age it is. This is not the place. Nope, not the place. A beautiful morning. As you can see, I'm sitting in front of 61 West. For those of you who do not know, that is right off of Grand Anse Beach. I just happened to pull here to catch my breath. Like a morning, a nice morning. Let me take this off. Beautiful morning it is. And I accepted the invite. They kept saying, I would like to take you out. 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 Now, I don't know. What does that mean? That could mean many things to many people in different cultures, in different countries. I would like to take you out. To me, as a goddess queen, it's an honor and a privilege to take me out, to be in my presence. It is. And if I say yes, I'm thinking it's an honor and a privilege to be in yours. Boy, I'm telling you, Grenada never disappoints when it comes to this. Grenada never disappoints when it comes to this. But I will not. I will not allow this to close my heart to dating opportunities. I still love love. My heart is still wide open. Natural ain't desperate. That's probably why these half-ass, crooked-ass wanna take you out, don't know how to date. Oh gosh. And I know dating could be a white man's word too. But if you ask a young lady out, or a more mature lady out, and surely if you ask her out, are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Wow. Are you freaking serious? So, they call and they say, well, pick me up here, because I'm not there. I said, okay, no problem. I'm on my way. And I woke up in a good mood this morning. So, I meet him, I pick him up, and I says, okay, so what are we doing? You invited me out. Where are you taking me? I'm excited. It's in the morning. I made it clear that I did not have even my bush tea this morning, which I'm going home now and fix me some lemongrass. I didn't even have my tea or anything. I just brushed my teeth, took my shower, and got dressed. And I was doing business. I was just going to chill home and do business. And I pick him up, and I said, so where to? He says, wherever you going. I said, wait a minute now. First red flag. You asked me to take me out. I'm excited. I like a man that takes a lead. Takes the lead. And you should have something kind of idea in your head where you taking me. This has been a while. You've been asking. I said yes. Now it's wherever I'm going. No, you taking me out. I should have known from that right there. I surrender, man. I surrender. Natural. Because I've surrendered several times from the dating scene. Everybody knows that I'm over a year divorced. And I said, okay, let me accept some of the invitations. It's not worth it. Damn. So first red flag. So I said, wait a minute. So then he said, well, let's go park somewhere down here and get ourselves together and decide what we're doing. I said, okay, no problem. So we park. Then it's time to make a decision. So we make that decision. And it's get something to eat. And then take a ride to another place and kind of sit and chill. Nice place. We never even got to the nice place. So we go to get something to eat. We decide. So he decided one place, which is on the left side. I said, okay, this is what we'll do. I'll take you on that side to get what you want, and I'll go over here to get what I want, because the only thing I eat from there is pilau, and I don't really want that right now. So he said, oh, no, I like what you named, then I'm going over there with you. And we actually called to see how much they were and what time they opened, so, and ordered them in advance. So we get there, and it's takeout, so all you gotta do is walk up to it. And he says, here, you can pick mine up for me, and gives me enough money for one. And I looked at it. I said, this is only for you? And he said, yeah. I said, really? I said, you asked me out, and I gotta buy my own food? And then he said, no, I didn't mean it that way. I'll buy both of them. No, you gave me money for yours and made it clear, pick mine. I said, matter of fact, here, you take your money and you come walk over here with me, and we'll just pay for ours separate, like we on our own. So he ends up going over there, getting both of them, only because excuse me, because I said something. So now he's quiet. The whole mood has changed. And it's just not nice. You can feel the tension thick. You could cut a knife with it. And his whole demeanor has changed. So I kindly, politely, without making any sounds or noise, I just go around the corner, get out, go in the ATM, get the money out for my food, because I didn't have any money on me, just a few dollars for coconut water, and gave him his money for my food. And he gracefully took it. And then, right after that, his phone, there was a message. He said, oh, I missed the message from my daughter-in-law. She wanted me to buy her lunch. And he said, do me a favor, run me over here so I can give her $20 to buy her lunch. Now, I'm all for family. That's the mother of his grandchildren. But wait a minute, you out on a date. He said, let me tell her it's not a good time, I can't come. But run me over here, let me drop her. So I said, hold up, you out on a date. First time in my presence. First time in my presence. And I gotta buy my own food, but your daughter-in-law calls. And you asking me to burn my gas and take you over there to give her $20 to get her a roti or whatever she gonna get? And I gotta pay for my own food. I'm somebody you trying to impress? Really? I said, wow, not only do you got to buy your own food, drop me off over here so I can give the money that I should have spent for my date. She just let me know she ain't eat, but I'm going to give it to my daughter-in-law. And he said, oh no, I guess that was messed up. And I said, you know what? It's no guess in it. Run that shit across 3 mature-minded people, decent-minded people. Tell them you had this opportunity to take the sister out and you made it clear she had to pay for her own food. And on top of that, top of that, you asked her to take you up the road so you can drop your daughter-in-law off so you can feed her. Now I said, wait a minute. And when he thought about it, he said, wow, I'm sorry. He said, I guess I messed up your whole morning. I said, no. So then we start talking about what dating is and what dating really means and the definition, and how women like myself, and when I say like myself, women who have always appeared strong in strength, but have some of the most weakest days, but nobody can ever see them. That, of course, the desire is for him to wrap his arms around, take care of her, and but that shit always go the opposite way. Like, I've been kinging and queening for so long, I always got to end up in the male role. And then we went back to past relationships and how we ignore signs. Well, how about this? We ain't gonna ignore this one. You definitely in the friend zone. You can't be nothing else to me. You made it clear. You've made it clear. Clear. Because I would have to go right back into that male role, and I'm trying to move away from that. It's too much male energy going on here because I've had the king and queen all my life. Listen, people, if you don't know how to date, there are ways you can learn. You got to start reaching out to healthy-minded people, asking questions. I know everybody got one decent person in their life that they can ask them, how do you date a woman? How do you take her out? And if you don't have much money, which is the case in most instances here, you're going to have to get creative in your mind. And so that's what we start talking about, creativity. And I was telling them about, I witnessed a young man wanting to take a sister out, and he didn't have much. But it was a truck in the back of his yard. It wasn't even his truck. It was a truck that just sat there, and it had the back to it. So he took and put a blanket up there, a nice blanket. So all he had brought to the date was a blanket, and he lit 2 candles and an incense out on the side of it, make it smell nice. And he had cut the grass around the yard so she wouldn't have to walk through. And he had some fruit, couple sandwiches, couple bottles of water, and he had cut a couple coconuts. And so he could have coconut water, regular water, couple sandwiches. And they sat under that tree in the back of that truck, and he made her laugh and smile. And that was like the perfect date in my mind. It was a perfect date. If you can't get creative, you ain't got no business trying to date no goddamn woman. How about that? A real woman. No woman at all. Stop this bullshit. I ain't even gonna think that this is a no dating culture zone. Learn how to be creative, black man. Stop this bullshit. Because enough already. Learn how to date a woman and make her smile, make her feel special. Because that bullshit that just happened there, she ain't gonna never f with you again. That's ridiculous. So that's my first date since my divorce. How about that? Damn. Love and respect, beautiful people.